You know, that feeling your SaaS company's got just tons of data coming in, but actually getting clear, usable insights.
Hmm.
It feels like hunting for a needle in a haystack
Oh,
sometimes.
absolutely. We hear that a lot.
Yeah. So today, let's cut to the chase.
Mhm.
How can SaaS businesses really scale their AI, their analytics, without, bogging down product development or just overwhelming their teams?
Right.
We've been digging into something that might be a real solution here.
Exactly. Because sauce growth, it just inevitably means a data explosion, right? More users, way more interactions, everything gets more complex.
Mm.
And all that data, it holds incredible potential for understanding customers better, building smarter features. But the old ways, the traditional data systems, they often just hit a wall.
Hit a wall how? Like speed, volume.
Both. They
Yeah.
struggle with the sheer volume,
Yeah.
definitely, and the speed the data comes in at. Plus, it's often stuck in silos, scattered everywhere.
Okay, so scattered data, slow
Mhm.
insights. What's the key thing we've uncovered that could unlock this for SaaS companies?
So we've been looking really closely at the Databricks Lakehouse platform.
Loghouse, okay.
Yeah. Think of it like a unified platform kind of built from the ground up specifically for these modern SaaS data demands, especially at scale.
A central hub,
Pretty
basically.
much for all your data, all your analytics, AI, everything together.
Interesting. Okay, so it's more than just storage. How does this Lakehouse thing actually change the game for a SaaS business? What are the real benefits?
Well, one of the biggest things, honestly, is finally getting a real customer 360 view, a complete picture.
Ah, the Holy Grail.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine pulling together everything, product logs, CRM notes, support tickets, even like unstructured feedback from surveys or calls,
All in one place.
all in one place. And
Wow.
then you can do some powerful stuff like predicting which customers might churn weeks ahead of time because you see patterns across all their interactions.
Okay, that's proactive.
Or segmenting users with laser precision for marketing campaigns that actually resonate. It's really about moving from guessing to knowing.
That sounds powerful. But SaaS scale is always the elephant in the room. How does this Lakehouse handle that crazy growth, the massive data sets?
Right. So it's cloud native, which basically means it lives in the cloud and it can tap into, well, virtually unlimited compute power almost instantly.
Okay.
Plus, it uses something called elastic compute. Think of it like a thermostat for your data processing. It automatically scales up when you need more power, scales down when you don't.
So you only pay for what you actually use. No massive over-provisioning.
Exactly. No performance bottlenecks during peak times, and you're not burning cache when things are quiet.
Okay. Handles volume, handles cost. What about making experiences personal? That real-time stuff users expect now.
Yeah, good point. That's where structured streaming comes in. It's part of Databricks.
Structured streaming.
Think about a user. Maybe they start signing up, then they just stop, abandon the process.
Happens all the time.
Right. With structured streaming, you can analyze that drop off immediately, like within seconds, and maybe trigger a helpful personalized message right then and there.
Like an in-app prompt or something.
Yeah.
Addressing their specific sticking point.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It enables those really crucial in-the-moment interactions that can make a huge difference to conversion or engagement.
Real-time personalization.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a game changer. Now, AI, obviously massive for SaaS innovation. How does the Lakehouse help with, the whole machine learning mess, getting models built and deployed?
It makes it way smoother. Databricks integrates something called ML Flow.
ML flow.
Yep. It's like a central command center for all your ML projects. It streamlines, well, pretty much everything. Experimenting with models, tracking them, packaging them, deploying them into your actual product, and then monitoring how they're doing.
So faster time to market for AI features.
Much faster and more efficiently. Your data science teams can focus more on the science, less on the plumbing.
Okay, but hang on. All this data unified.
Yeah.
That sounds like a security headache waiting to happen. Compliance, governance.
That's critical for sure. It includes something called Unity Catalog. Think of it as the central rulebook and security guard for your data.
Okay, what does it do?
It lets you define exactly who gets to see what data, down to a really fine-grained level. It tracks data lineage, where it came from, what happened to it, and it helps ensure you're ticking all the boxes for regulations like GDPR or CCPA. You get control and auditability.
Right, which is crucial. So let's zoom out. For the leaders listening, the CTOs, VPs of product, what's the main takeaway? How does this Lakehouse approach fundamentally change their business?
For leaders, it's really about finally turning data from just this massive, expensive thing into actual actionable intelligence. It helps fix those chronic problems, Scattered data meaning missed opportunities,
Right.
slow AI deployment holding back innovation, and maybe the scary compliance risks from messy data. It just empowers better, faster decisions across the board.
Makes data a driver, not a drag.
Ex
And what about for the data scientists, the engineers, the analysts actually working with this stuff day to day? What's in it for them?
Well, honestly, it means they get to work on more impactful projects, building those real-time pipelines we talked about, deploying ML models that users actually interact with, architecting that core data layer that powers the customer experience.
So more interesting work.
Definitely. And the skills involve things like streaming data tech, optimizing Delta Lake, which is the storage format, using ML flow, managing governance with Unity Catalog. These are becoming super valuable in the market, high demand.
And getting the right people, the right expertise, that's often a challenge too, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's where partners come in. Companies like Curate, for example, they specialize in this. They help SaaS businesses get up and running, optimize Databricks, and connect them with the talent who know this stuff inside out.
So it creates opportunities for professionals too.
Big time. It's a growing ecosystem.
Okay. So the message seems to be scaling your SaaS data. It doesn't actually have to be this overwhelming nightmare.
Not at all. With the right platform, the right approach, and yeah, the right talent, it can actually be the engine that fuels your growth.
An engine, not just a tool. I like that.
Yeah. Think of Databricks less as just infrastructure and more as a potential growth engine if you leverage it properly.
Makes sense. So if you're listening and this sounds like something you want to explore more, we definitely recommend checking out the full blog post. It's called Scaling AI and Analytics in SaaS. And if you're maybe a SaaS leader looking to tap into that expert talent pool, or perhaps you're a data pro looking for those kinds of opportunities in the Databricks world, check out Curate Partners.
Definitely worth a look. The goal really is, well, let's turn your data into momentum.